Welcome back to the Stoop football fans. It's your boy Lolo. I don't know what happened with that intro. I must have picked like an old one.
I
when I was
know.
making it.
That was kind of cool.
We were both like,
we're like ready, and we're like Panthers. Ready to
we've
pounce.
gotten used to the sound effects of the other ones, man.
Exactly.
Hey, happy
Festivus.
Festivus. It is the 23rd.
Absolutely.
It is
the
our
23rd.
And
guess what, folks? I got tested today, and I'm negative.
All right.
Wow.
The Stoop is not canceled because
we are not canceled.
If
Unlike
he's out,
other matches.
that's what, like 33% of our team. So we're done. So hey, he's negative, which means
we're drinking.
Time to lower those immune systems. Najee was like, "No drinking today, no alcohol today, guys, boys," and we're like, "Of course not. We're just drinking Bud.
It's just Budweiser. I mean, that's as a drunkard might say, that's pish."
All right, let's get to this. Happy football, everybody! Happy Festivus!
Happy football
Festivus!
Yeah.
So far, 2 matches have been canceled this weekend in the Premier League. It is unfortunately Liverpool Leeds, but I got to say, a lot of Leeds fans are taking this as a win.
This is a win. This is a win.
What's better than a win or a draw at Liverpool? Postponing it until we're healthy.
Because they were like, Premier League, we're not feeling so great, and the league's like, are you sure?
Bielsa was yelling at them to go and like lick some park benches or something.
They stole his bucket, and he's like, "That's it, we're not playing."
I just want to say what's up to Mr. Tom, Ben Ireland, Bandy. Good to see you. BX Gunna in the house. Good to see you. Ben Ireland, Bobby Two Scoops, Jonathan Kravitz. Good to see y'all here. Ooh, drinking some coquito con queso. Que bien. All right. Well, don't forget, guys, in just about an hour and a half, we will be having our Festivus celebration, our football Festivus, first annual.
Airing of our
grievances.
And I got a lot of issues with you folks.
I got a lot of problems with you people, and you're gonna hear them. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna take 30 minutes or so, or maybe even an hour, and everyone's gonna get their
nice old bitch fest.
Everyone's gonna get their couple of minutes to go ahead and rant and air your grievances.
Get it off our chest.
Air your actual grievances. Yeah. Do you think Najee is going to include Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in that?
It could be,
because I think he might be happy with him by now. But he definitely would have.
I think so.
I bet you Najee's going to talk about Chelsea having to play with their C team that still costs £200 million.
Right.
Why don't we ask him?
And beat West Ham?
And beat West Ham. Why don't we ask him? Let's get Najee on here. Najee.
That's funny, every time you talk about Man United, I was like, is Ole still there? Do I have to rant about him anymore? But no, I think he's enjoying his vacation in Norway right now.
I think actually he's probably hanging out in the south of Portugal with Nuno.
No. Everybody knows Ole had to get fired before Christmas because he's got a lot of toys to make.
Oh,
well, I mean,
now that's
his side hustle.
Funny.
Everybody got a side hustle these days. What's going on, Dave LFC in the house? So, guys, let's get to it. I mean, Liverpool Leeds is not happening. That was going to be one of my choices because that was a fucking awesome match last year.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we don't get that opportunity to say that.
Yeah, I think Leeds United needs a break right now. With the amount of goals they've been conceding, with the amount of players out, COVID, injuries, they deserve a break, to be honest, unlike other teams that need to definitely play.
Like
Man United.
Honestly, I think this week
Man United, Tottenham.
Getting a break this week, knowing that you have a match in 2 to 3 days is probably a godsend. Knowing that you would have been playing Sunday, and now you have a break until Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
Look,
my Wolves,
your team is one of them as
my
well.
Wolves, they didn't cancel. Watford canceled. We're the most vaccinated team in the league. In fact, after we were so excited to draw with Chelsea that they all went and got boosters right after the game. It was a whole. They went to the physio and they got.
Is this true or is this another mark?
No. I'm not making this up.
can I say one thing?
Can you say one thing?
Only one thing.
Only one
summer,
thing. Make it a good one.
Count.
In the summer, when the schedule comes out, the first 2 games I check is the games on Christmas and New Year's Day. Those are the 2 games I check for Chelsea. Are they away? Are they at home? Who are we facing? And then the last 2 games of the season. Now you have teams like Man United that have been out for 14 days, like for example, and Liverpool, Liverpool also is not going to be playing right now. So I hope they play in February. When Salah and Mane are not there, I hope they play these games during February.
Yeah, but it's only the first. It would have to be in the first week of February because I think isn't it just like a 3-week long
tournament? Yeah, it's not that. It's not that long.
It's only 3 weeks.
But I hear what you're saying, and this is where it gets fucked up, where it's like they should either play or they should each,
because
drop or something has to be figured out. Because like for us, we look at for Arsenal, we're looking at it as we're in probably one of the top form. Our form is probably one of the tops in the league right now, besides Man City
and Liverpool.
Even Liverpool had a hiccup against Spurs. They didn't look too good. They gave up a bunch of goals to Leicester yesterday.
You know what? I can't
hold on.
I can't count the last Premier League game because the refs just destroyed.
No,
it.
but no.
Regardless
the game,
of the form, because they would have
for a couple of blown calls, it was still a cracker of a game. It was still back and forth. It was still back and forth.
I wouldn't call Liverpool out of form.
No. I'm just saying. I think Arsenal if we're looking at the past 2 games, like if we don't go to Everton, we're in good form.
You're in good form, yes.
And our guys are actually healthy, and we have a very limited, small amount of cases.
I guess Tomiyasu might be injured.
I think he'll be fine. He was pulled off. He had like a muscle strain or something, but he looks fine. But I'm saying COVID wise, Arsenal wants to play. And so looking at this as going up for us, our match on the 28th. That's what gets me because that's against Wolves. So, are Wolves going to be able to play on the 28th? And if they are, we're on 2 days rest. Right. Plus, we played midweek, and you're on 9 days rest.
We're on a week.
Yeah,
a week.
Played Sunday.
You played Sunday.
So 9 days.
9 days.
Sure. See.
We'll have played 2 extra games.
Arsenal fan looking past Norwich. He's already talking about the Wolves.
Najee's explaining what this. I'm right there with you, Najee. I look at the first match of the season, the last match of the season, and I look at these 3.
Yeah, I
know. They usually slide one right in between Boxing Day and New Year's.
Right.
So
the only good news we had,
but this is where like
the strings of tough matches.
Hey, this is the only good news we
had.
Those
Those you find later. Those you look through.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying
playing
is
like City.
United,
Liverpool, and Chelsea, and
you're trying to pull me off topic. It's so hard, and it's working so well. Just shut up.
You all started about what you look at.
Okay,
to join the party.
Let me just finish this. All I'm saying is, I was looking at that Wolves match as like, here we go. They've been able to hold off a lot of teams, but we're going to be coming in to an that's exhausting. The way you guys play is fucking exhausting for you as well. Yeah. So that 2-day break, I felt like we would handle it better than you guys would. But on 9 days, now we've got you guys going, we're a fucking brick wall now. Let's just sit back and try and nick some goals over the top. Meanwhile, Tomiyasu and Tierney are exhausted.
The only issue with that, and what I hear is that that Seiss might have to go to Morocco, and if we don't have Seiss for the Arsenal game, we're going to be in.
I feel like you have a lot of players that fill in.
No,
that's why I feel like you're.
Boli was your starter last year.
I mean, maybe
Dendoncker.
Maybe Dendoncker slides.
You play Boli there.
He's Ivory Coast.
That's right.
And he's also got a muscle issue and hasn't played all season.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
So I wouldn't count on Bali. I'm looking at maybe Dendoncker to fill.
Okay.
Whatever.
The good news for Chelsea is since Robertson got 5 yellow cards already, so he should be suspended against Leeds.
He got a red card.
He got a red card. Sorry, he was
got
suspended.
a red card against.
He should have been suspended against Leeds. Now that game is postponed, he's gonna get suspended against Chelsea.
Oh, so they got to bring back Pothead Samikas.
Yeah, and
who plays? Who's a
Who's
a damn good fill-in?
Wouldn't I mean? You might think that they might make a concession.
They might.
Look, that was a game that we would have been suspended for.
They might say later in the year. Yeah,
you're kind of screwing us, or the opposite. So, say for instance, he's been suspended, and you would and the game is postponed, and it plays in 2 months. And well, actually, Robertson was suspended for this game, so we're not going to let him play.
Interesting.
It's an interesting thought. It's not ever,
and I doubt it's in the fucking rule books because this is such a weird thing. But that is something to be like. No, Robertson should be postponed for
you're not
for
supposed
Leeds.
to be playing.
So whenever they play Leeds, he should be suspended.
No, he's going to be suspended
Yes,
against
Najee,
Chelsea.
yes. Okay, guys, well, let's get into it. We've already blown through most of the show. I really wanted to turn the camera around and show you this guy trying to parallel park.
Because New Yorkers cannot parallel park. I swear to God.
He's got all the space he could ever want. And, it's been this whole 10 minutes.
He's, dragging, a stroller and a hovo. I have no idea.
Dave said problem for Liverpool is they have 3 extra games in January now. Leeds and a double semi congestion. There's a chance those semifinals, by the way, will go to single leg. They've been talking about that.
I have been reading about that.
Let's get to the weekend watch list, guys. You guys know how it works. We each pick a match that we think is the most entertaining, the most enjoyable, the most important to the table, top, bottom, middle.
Yeah.
And
what are we doing?
The Premier League weekend watch list.
Premier League Weekend Watchlist.
Getting so good at that.
Thank you, John. We really hide all the, what is it?
Production value.
We hide all the production value. Just straight up it comes out. You want to cue me, you clown?
Hey, what are we doing here?
You stupid. And you want to do 2 shows today? You idiots. Us idiots. Well, you guys know we each pick a match. We can't pick our own club, and then the audience gets to vote for one. And generally, the audience chooses Leeds. So, in the comment section right now, why don't you guys start voting for which match you guys feel should be the audience's choice for weekend watch list? But I'm ready to start. If you guys
yourself of football for Boxing Day, or are you going to watch a different match? One of the 10 o'clock slots.
James won't. James is like, I get a nice day to sit and eat a whole pig.
I'm taking my dogs for a walk.
Whole pig. My dogs and I will eat an entire pig and drink an entire case of some beer that comes in too big of a bottle.
That he got in Leeds.
Yeah.
He just
anyway.
has it shipped in. We love you, James, wherever you are.
Oh, okay. My choice. So first up for me, listen, I guess it's been a full year that we've had this character on our show, the heel of the show to all Leeds fans. And out of a little love for Najee, because I know nobody else is going to pick it, I'm picking Aston Villa Chelsea. I think this is going to be a very, very interesting match because, for one, Gerrard has Aston Villa on a bit of a lockdown themselves.
It's the game of the week.
He's corked some of the leaky faucet, the dripping of goals that are coming in. He's got them playing with a little more heart.
A little panache.
He got Ollie Watkins scoring a little bit, and then they were on hold. And so if Ollie Watkins can continue to find some form and he can bring Ings off the bench, but look, he's getting good stuff out of Jalen Ramsey. Is that his name? Jalen?
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey and the Jamaican guy, Leon Bailey. McGinn is fantastic. Matty Cash, Konza, all these guys. So he's got a decent club.
Yeah.
We've said this all season. It was actually weird that they were losing matches, and to the point that Dean Smith got fired. But Chelsea come in a little bit injured, a little bit sick, and a little bit just kind of
testy,
lackluster is what I would call it. Unimpressive is what I would call it. We know what Chelsea have. We know what Chelsea are capable of. We know goals can come from a lot of different places. It just hasn't been happening. And I like making fun of Najee every weekend when he's like, Lolo, we're 10 points ahead of you, so you better be quiet. Lolo, we're 8 points ahead of you, so you better be quiet. Lolo, we're 7 points. Lolo, you're only ahead of us by 3 points. It is where it's going to be pretty soon.
Take it easy.
I'm just saying, this game looks like a perfect 2 more drop points for Chelsea. What do you guys think of this match?
I'm going to turn it over to Najee.
Well, let me tell you one thing. First of all, the injuries and COVID have impacted Chelsea forms, that's for sure. But even if you go down a little bit, the selection, we had a crisis and dropped too many points. First of all, against Burnley, like we're winning that game, and then all of a sudden, the last 7 minutes, Burnley score, and then we lost 2 points there. And then you go to Man United. We dominated Man United. And then that mistake by Jorginho, and then the game ends 1-1. In my opinion, we dropped 2 points there. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but we were miles away better than Man United.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
And at this point of the season, you have to be as close as possible to Man City and Liverpool. You can't be dropping points. I don't think Man City is going to have a crisis, to believe it or not. They might lose a game, they might draw a game, but man, these players are having fun right now, scoring 7, scoring 4.
Yeah.
And, so
right now, do you think Man City really cares that they're giving up clean sheets every now and then when they're winning 4-1, 3? I mean, yes, every team cares. But I think João Cancelo is more concerned if he didn't get an assist or a goal than if he gives up a goal.
So Chelsea conceded 11 goals within the last 8 games in all competition, But for this game specifically, Lukaku just came back today to training. Hudson-Odoi came back to training today. Christensen came back today from COVID. I don't know if they're going to play or not. Pulisic disappointed me big time, especially in the last few games. He's not playing in his position.
He's not a striker.
He's not a striker, but
Pulisic,
I want to see more.
Pulisic would be amazing with City. He's that type of player where you don't know where he's gonna
be amazing on the Wolves. Yes,
I don't know.
Would.
I don't think so. I think he's Neves for you. He's Neves. He's what's the other one? Neves and
Martino.
No. The young one. The young one who's hurt.
Ait Niori.
No.
Podence.
Neves and
Podence is not hurt.
And
on the wing.
No, in the middle.
Moutinho.
No,
he's
the
not
younger guy.
Well, I'm giving him all the names. I'm giving all the.
I don't think he's played this season. I think he's been injured the whole time. Neves and
Neto.
Oh, Neto. Yeah. He plays much more.
Neves and he's more of a Neto.
I can't wait for Neto to come back.
Well, anyway,
stick it on this game.
Anyway, so for this game specifically, I think he's gonna put Kante and Mount behind the striker. I'm not sure who it is. And he's going to play Jorginho and Kovacic in the middle. He's going to play Kovacic, Jorginho, and Kante in the same team for the first time this season. He doesn't have a choice, But back to Aston Villa. Man, I am so scared. This is the first time I am not confident. We beat Villa 3-0 at home. Lukaku scored 2 goals, but we didn't play that good in that first game, Villa have every chance of walking away.
I'm listening, Najee. I'm hearing you. I just have to let some people in.
Sure.
Go ahead, Najee.
Yeah, I mean, Aston Villa have every chance of walking away in this game with a point or more points, or 3 points, They won the last 4 games out of 6 when Steven Gerrard was there. They only lost to Liverpool and Man City, and they both lost narrowly to these 2 big teams, And there's a lot of positives that they have been doing. Like Lolo said, getting Ollie Watkins on the score sheet again. And I think, they are in good form right now, Villa.
Yeah.
So it's a tough game. It's a really tough game. I'm scared watching that game.
Yeah, this is going to be one. Let me ask you, Najee, are you walking away 0-0 going, okay, good.
I will sign for the draw right now.
You'll be happy with it?
Yeah,
Okay.
to be honest
What do
with
you think about this?
If I'm Chelsea, I'm not happy with a draw at all. You are leaving points on the table at a time where you really shouldn't be. But I'm going to agree with you here, Najee. Villa has really turned it around. And, are you?
Why are you agreeing with him? I said that too.
We all said it.
I agree with you, Najee.
I agree with everyone that
hate
has
that
said,
statement.
I agree with everyone that has said that Villa has turned it around, that Steven Gerrard is doing his job, the job that Dean Smith apparently couldn't do, but Norwich thought that he can do it. But I do think this is a match that Villa can steal. I don't know how healthy they are. I don't know the health of Danny Ings. Honestly, on paper, Chelsea should take this. But given the issues that they're dealing with, they're not exactly thrilling me with what they're doing. Even yesterday in the Carabao Cup, they won 2-0 on paper. You look at that scoreline, if you don't look into the box score, you're like, wow, Chelsea crushed them. Then you look at the box score and it's like, oh, an own goal and a late penalty is how they got it done. And these are wins that don't inspire a lot of let's go Chelsea. So this is going to be a tough one. It's definitely going to be worth a watch. I know I'll be watching it at 12:30 our time Eastern here in New York.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, Boxing Day.
Unboxing Day. Reboxing Day.
Reboxing Day.
It's called Boxing Day because it's when you box up all the crap you were given and take it back to the store.
I thought it was Boxing Day because all the guys that were sick of their family go out to the bar and get just pissed drunk and take it out on each other.
I think that's Tuesday.
Oh, that's what it is.
It's just like any fucking day.
That's just hey, we're just walking
Rob
the dog.
Greenleaf, so good to see you on here. Best to you and your family. Happy holidays. Even though you're a Tottenham supporter, we do love the support. Aston Villa versus Chelsea will be postponed. Let's hope not.
No, I think Chelsea are only missing Chilwell through injury.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I know.
No one knows why it's called Boxing Day. And if Bobby says it, it's the truth.
Isn't it Boxing Day because of the Boxer Rebellion?
No, I'm telling you, it's where you box up all the presents that you were given and you take them back to the store.
I think that makes sense, though.
It is.
I thought it was maybe you box them up and take them to charity.
They're British, man.
The British know a thing or two about charity.
A few of them do.
Prove them wrong. Put it in the comments.
Anyway, so guys.
That's chastity.
Chastity. They know chastity.
Chastity,
my cousin. She works
was
down
Sonny
at
and
the
Bono's
strip
kid.
It's when you give your servants who had to work on Christmas, they get to take the day off, and you give them boxes to play in. Oh, that sounds more like it. That sounds more true. And he's a lawyer, so I'm going to take his word for it.
Look at me, I'm in a box.
So everybody in the comment section watching along with us, don't forget to hit the like button and hit that share button and remind people to join us for Festivus. I hope to see all you guys on there in an hour or so, and I want you to call in and air your grievances.
It's gonna be cold.
So guys, let's get your picks for the Aston Villa Chelsea match. What do you think the score is going to be? And if you dare, who is going to be on the score sheet? Ben Ireland says it comes from when the rich used to box up presents to the poor. Yeah, presents that they didn't want anymore. And they're like, oh,
is that not what this. I said?
Buongiorno, all Lolos are red, Najee's are blue. Christmas is shite. Chelsea are too.
Fuck this guy.
He didn't even mention Mark in that Christmas Carol.
Me. I've got 300 episodes under my belt. I'm like, this clown.
But put it in the comments. Ben Ireland says 1-1. Mark, let me hear from you.
Man, I look. Here's the thing. Villa can score. They have the offense. McGinn has a nose for the ball. Watkins has a nose for the ball. Ings, if he plays, is going to be keep an eye on him. Chelsea's defense is just not very strong. I'd like it to be strong, but I think I asked Najee a while back ago, would they miss Chilwell and would they miss I don't know who else got hurt, and he was like, no problem. And ever since then, they've been dropping points left and right.
I guess it was no problem because Alonso came in and Alonso's done fine.
He's been fine.
I wouldn't say it's Chilwell's fault.
I didn't say it's
something
Chilwell's fault.
else.
I'm just saying
there's something.
There's something in the chemistry that's kind of been lost. But I honestly think that given
it's still a fucked up holiday, Mr. Tom.
I just want Chelsea in this particular game to show the league that they're okay. And Chelsea's going to win 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
2-1.
McGinn for Aston Villa. And a brace.
I don't think Rudiger wants out. I think Rudiger's seeing that like, whoa, I'm putting in a shift and people are all of a sudden looking at me. He's going to cash in before the world finds out how bad Chelsea really are.
Rudiger is my best player. Like Rudiger is my captain. No, I love Rudiger. Like you guys don't know, if you are a Chelsea fan, you love Rudiger.
He's the Sergio Ramos of the Premier
Reeves
League.
James is
he's the Sergio Ramos.
This season,
if he's not on your team, you hate his guts and you hope he gets mugged on the way home.
Exactly.
If he's on your team, you love him to death.
I know.
If you were in prison, you would want him right there with you.
If you're in prison, I don't want him anywhere near me.
Anyway,
maybe not right there with you.
It's like
happy Festivus.
I wasn't.
You got the aluminum pole for sure.
I wasn't confident watching my team against Wolf, and I'm like, oh man, we are going to concede definitely. And then at the end of the game, the last 15 minutes, they bring on Traore, and I'm like, oh my God, Traore is gonna run riot. But you know what? Thiago Silva put him in his pocket, and I haven't seen.
Traore doesn't come off the bench very well with Lage. He just doesn't.
I hear you. This is not what I thought. I thought that our defense was shaky, and then yesterday, hey. We had a solid game defensively. Kepa did great saves. I am back saying that we are not going to concede any goals against Aston Villa. And
you got it. And if you guys had Najee saying no one can score against Chelsea on your Stoop bingo, ding, Stoop lottery, you got it, Ben. I think Ben was begging for it.
We should come up with some downloadable bingo cards. That would be dope.
Anytime Lolo says by the letter of the law,
1 through 9. Lolo says letter of the law. Najee gives a formation. Mark says,
Najee says he can't score on Chelsea.
It's gonna be 1-0 for Chelsea. 5th goal in a row for our future captain Mason Mount. Watch out.
Once and future captain.
Wow.
No, I'm going 2-1 Aston Villa. Big up the villains. Even though most of these Leeds fans hate Aston Villa, I think they hate Chelsea a little bit more. I think it's kind of a back and forth sort of thing, and I think it gets won in the end where it's been a slugfest, and Chelsea start to sit back and go, fuck, okay. All right, let's take these points and be happy with it. And then, Danny Ings comes on in the 90th minute, and you're like, oh, good, you gave him 2 minutes. Oh, and he scored. Well, there you go.
He totally will.
That's about as much energy as he has. So
1-0 for me. 1-0 for me.
I'm going 2-1 Aston Villa. Najee says 1-0 Chelsea. You said 1-0 Chelsea?
2-1 Chelsea.
So Mark and I are reverse on this.
McGinn scoring, Mount with a brace.
And we will be checking in every week with Ben Ireland to see if Rudiger actually responded to him, because Ben Ireland, he just proposed. He said, hey, if you're ever around and you'd like to fight me, I would like to fight you. So Ben Ireland, if Rudiger ever gets back to you, you let us know, and we'll pay-per-view that shit.
Ben?
You know, Ben's like 6'5". Like he's got
Rudiger
some height.
is like 6'2". I mean,
that means he's short. He's short.
Oh, I would not. No, I do not want to meet him in a bar fight.
Okay, Najee, we got to talk about your club. Why don't we go with your pick?
So for me, it's a team that has been rested. I'm not sure if they are on vacation or not, but I heard that their coach, Ragnick, said that they have 25 players that are ready to go. They have no issues, no injury, no COVID concerns. It's Man United versus Newcastle.
I got 25 players ready to go, and Ronaldo ain't one.
He's like, I got 25 players ready to go, to get the
I'm
hell
in
out.
South Portugal, man, just like kicking on the beach.
Oh,
shit.
No, he's like January is fastly approaching. I need to let everybody know that I got 25 players for sale. We've got your Van de Beeks. We've got your Ronaldis.
We got a Van de Beek.
Van de Beeks.
We got a Cavani. Step right up.
But for real, there was something
Quality
weird
starts before the name goes on.
Something weird that popped up over the week, which was all the Man United players showing up for training, and then immediately Rashford, Luke Shaw, and
had to film a night commercial,
like Greenwood or somebody turned around and left.
That's
like
weird.
20 minutes later. It's crazy.
Now they got 2 games.
Mia Martin, good to see you. Sorry, Najee, go for it.
They got 2 games postponed. Chelsea had 7 players with COVID. How many United players had COVID?
You know what? One of the things I don't like about the Premier League is they're not required to announce like
who got it or
whatever.
Yeah.
They can just say not available, a knock, illness, and you can assume that's COVID. But I don't think they're required to look, if your player has COVID, you got to put it out there to the public. I don't think they're required to do that.
So listen, I'm shocked every single week that United hasn't just gone out and bought all the COVID just so no one else could have it,
right?
And sat it on the bench right next to the rest of the waste that they have. Just
Van der Beek, Van der Beek. I don't know.
Anyway, Najee, sorry. He's
Van
like,
der
I
Beek's
talked
not
10
so
minutes
close.
ago. I gave you guys my pick, and I didn't get to say anything. Go ahead, Najee. We'll mute our.
Here's the thing. Newcastle will have their sights on the January transfer window. And but before that, they have a very important game to play. They have lost the last 3 games, conceded 11 goals, 4-0, 4-0, 3-1 against Liverpool. So Man United is under a new regime, new formation, 4-2-2-2. I've never seen it before, but hey, it might be the formation for the future now. And they won 2 unconvincing wins against Palace and Norwich. 1-0, 1-0. They scored a penalty against Norwich. It was debatable, I didn't see it as a penalty, but that's a story for another day. And they are well rested. So I don't want to hear about, we're still feeling the effects and we're tired, we have injuries. I want to see the real United in this game. No excuses.
I want to see the real United as well, but I want to see the real Newcastle United. I think Boxing Day, this isn't Boxing Day. This is the Monday afterwards. The only match of the day, if it's played. Listen, Newcastle, this is probably one of the only matches of the year where most of the league is rooting for you.
Yeah.
Like most of the league,
that's
God's honest truth, want you to win. They don't want you to draw. They don't want you to win by 1. We want hat tricks. We want to see a bloody, nasty Monday match because, we're all sitting there fat and hungover. And we would like to see a little bloodbath. Why not? You're owned by the Saudis. Too soon?
Yeah. There was a bit of a pathetic.
Look at Ben. That is the real Newcastle. I know.
Bit of a
let's see
pathetic
the Alan Shearer Newcastle
against City last week. I think it was against City. Newcastle's defense was terrible.
And by the way, I cannot talk shit about anybody losing badly to City because we played them on New Year's Day. And the first time we saw them, we lost 5-1. So we kind of kicked off. We're the OGs of letting City score a bunch of goals. Y'all are just newcomers to this party.
Yeah, Newcastle is a shambles. Eddie Howe has his work cut out for him. You know what? You know what I think? This game gets postponed. This game doesn't get played. That's my prediction. But
Ragnick has enough players to loan to Newcastle for the day. Remember?
Do you want Godfrey? He's our ticket guy.
Take Fred.
He's actually kind of big and
Fred.
Really anxious to play. Maybe you want to take him? No, I don't see this game being played, and I don't necessarily see it being played. But if it was, let's just put it in that perfect world where we don't live in this time, and everybody's gotten their jabs, and everyone's doing everything that they're supposed to do. Oh, this is gonna be awful for Newcastle. Newcastle's gonna lose 4-0. That's my. I have no hope for them, especially as terrible as they looked against City. And I know that's you. Well, they were playing City. No, they were awful. Regardless who they played, they could have played the little Stoopers. And the little Stoopers running through their legs.
Little Stoopers won their league this year.
Hey, there you have it.
Undefeated.
Did they get a trophy?
Everybody got a fucking trophy.
Everyone gets a trophy.
I hate that shit.
Anyway.
I'm going to do a special episode one day, by the way.
Newcastle, Bandy, Newcastle has no chance whatsoever. I don't care, Maximan and Callum and whoever they have no chance.
All right. So let me go about this. Let me tell you what my feelings about this. Honest feelings, because yes, I would like Newcastle to win that. We keep talking about a three-horse race right now with City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. And now people are like, oh, it's only a two-horse race. Chill out. Chelsea aren't that far behind. And really, there's two teams that bother me right now. At least Chelsea, City, and Liverpool, we have a good idea of who these teams are.
Yep.
What bothers me is that we're at week 19 and I have no fucking
idea.
Clue who Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur are. I don't know who they are. Listen, go Everton. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the show.
We
Two
got
chicks walked
stickers.
by and just yelled, go Everton.
They didn't even know what we're doing. I mean, I got.
Little did they know they just trolled me so hard it hurt my heart because I know that's drop points right there so bad. Like we would be like 4 points behind Nazi, breathing on your back in the.
We drew against Everton.
Oh.
Don't get started now.
We
but
did well against Everton.
but guys,
I think we beat them 3-0.
you hear what I'm saying though, right?
No,
We have
absolutely.
no clue who Manchester United actually are, and we got a glimpse of who Tottenham are this week. Just a glimpse.
Yeah.
And I'm right there with you. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket of who
That's
who they were. That
test was foul.
and really, had there been a red card immediately by Kane, it's a 4-0.
Completely
It's a
different
4-1
match.
or something like
Completely
that.
different match.
And
Kane
Robertson
pulls a
doesn't
red
get a card.
Robertson's red card, I don't even think really
It
mattered.
wouldn't.
at
It
the
wouldn't
time.
have happened it wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I
So-
think that was a frustration.
So this worries me right here. Is I don't I really don't want Manchester United to come out and win 4-0 and give them the confidence. I do really want them to struggle here. I really want them to struggle here, and even if they win, I want it to be like a 2-1 or a 4-3 or something like that. So I don't know.
Guys, the
And
only thing
Bandy,
is,
Bandy, you know that too, right? You can smell it.
Let them have it.
No, it's going to be a North London derby, a final. Just watch. We're going to be Liverpool, and
Chelsea's not losing this
Chelsea's
cup.
going to lose to Tottenham.
Chelsea's not losing the cup. Come on, guys. Like,
You're going to lose to Tottenham.
okay, well, we'll see. We'll see.
No, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, a guy that's warm in his house.
It's just the way
We
it is.
are
What's
good
up,
at
Calvin? Love you, Calvin. Calvin, we have another show in 45 minutes. You need to get your ass over here and have some beer.
Yeah.
You have to air some grievances, Calvin.
The airing of the grievances coming up.
We're doing the airing of the grievances. They do not have to be football related.
Minutes.
Don't forget, guys, in 45 minutes, we will be kicking off Football Festivus 2021.
Festivus.
Airing of the grievances.
There is only one good news for Newcastle. In 9 games at home, they scored in every single game except 2 against City and Chelsea. Chelsea beat them 3-0 and City. So they score at home. You know?
Yeah.
The crowd, I don't know, there's something. And for that reason, I am going for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. All right.
I
1-1
have
draw.
Joe Shelby from outside the area.
I love me some John Joe Shelby.
I told you, man.
I do like that bald ass
He's
motherfucker.
so annoying. He's so annoying, but I do
He's like a
him.
thumb that just runs up and down. Seriously, his head is
A
like.
thumb that works at Foot Locker, just running up and down the pitch.
And what size?
What size are you? What size are you? Have you seen the new Air Force Ones?
I'm just a sneakerhead.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go with 3-2. I think Manchester United take it. But I think they're gonna have a game, and something needs to start happening with Newcastle, like, because even the guys who are like, okay, they're gonna come and spend a shit ton of money, but they're going to kind of build around me. You're Alan St. Maximin, you're Callum Wilson, you're John Joe Shelby, even.
They're all playing,
all of a sudden it's like
they're all playing for a spot on the team.
And none of them has a spot on my team. The way they've been playing right now, nope.
St. Maximin
Nope.
doesn't have a spot on the team?
Nope. Not if you're doing a full rebuild.
Joey
Wilson
Linton
doesn't have a spot?
The way they're playing right now, nobody deserves a spot on a team. If you have $100 million, if you have
I was going
$1
for
billion, $1 billion pounds, why would you waste any of your money on any of them? Alan St. Maximin, maybe. Callum Wilson, if you have the right people around him.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, Newcastle is destined. No matter who they pick up, they're destined to be relegated. Who wants to play in the championship? You think all these?
That's what they need. That's why the
money,
spending is going to happen in January.
I need a wheelbarrow to.
They need to spend all the money they can in January just to not get relegated. They were.
I agree,
they were hoping.
I don't think it'll be enough.
They were hoping, at this point, to have enough points and be enough above 1 or 2 teams,
right,
that they could only buy 3 or 4 players,
right,
and sustain that and then carry over. But right now it's like, fuck.
So do you think that like what Newcastle is going to do is they're just going to over bloat everybody? So if like Harry Kane is worth $100 million and they just decide, 200 for Harry Kane.
Yeah.
So what do you? So I'm reading. So with that said, the latest rumor that I've read about Newcastle is they're going hard at Connor Cody, the captain of my Wolves. Now he's not going anywhere. But what do you think Newcastle has to spend to pry Connor Cody away from the Wolves?
$48 and a pack of Marlboro Reds. Next question.
And the Marvel Reds go to Cody.
Go to his mom, probably.
Yeah, like,
You gotta get my mom a new caravan. Very fond of the periwinkle blue.
I just hope that the presser that I saw where he farts mid-presser is real.
It is, because
It
you see
is.
him. And he goes,
he bears down and kind of like, oh, how much cheeky bastard.
Coutinho is gonna be the first signing. Coutinho.
Coutinho, I could see happening. Listen, they could probably go and buy the entire Barcelona squad right now because Barcelona needs so much money, and Barcelona could just play the rest of the season with their like 12-year-olds and still probably not be relegated and be fine. But I'm telling you, they could just go and be like, you know what? We're not going to pick and choose. Just give us like 15.
Here's your team.
We'll be good.
$1,000,000.
We'll be good. By the way, Ben said Merry Christmas from his mom, guys.
Hey,
Merry Christmas, Ben's mom, the good old Gunner in the house, the one who keeps him sane, the one who gives him all that cool Arsenal stuff to play around with. Merry Christmas, Yulebug. Thank you for that as well. So, guys, we are like, I thought this was going to be like a half-hour show.
Hey,
okay, Mark, let's do
Chelsea
your
game is really important. It took a lot of time because it is the most important game this week.
Where's that mute button, John?
My choice. I'm taking the City versus City. Manchester City versus
Norwich City? No.
Leicester City.
Oh, we play Norwich.
Now, I didn't watch the game yesterday. I didn't watch any games. I was too busy trying to put on my best Santa Claus impression and try and do a little shopping for some
Santa
kids.
doesn't shop. You are ruining
do
Christmas
shop.
for all the children who watch our show.
Oh my God! If there are children watching
Do my
our
best
show,
Santa impression
your,
shopping.
Your parents
He's lying.
are awful.
He's lying.
You should not let your children watch our show unless your name is Little Najee because
He doesn't celebrate Christmas.
No, I'm going with Man City versus Leicester City. I did not watch yesterday's match, and I know Leicester had a couple of games suspended because of COVID. And when I was out and about, I'm looking on my phone and I see that Leicester is up like 3-0, 3-1 or something. And I was like, well, I guess Leicester's feeling a little better. A little spring in their step after whatever cures that their physios have. And then a few hours later I get home and I'm spinning up the finals and want to see how Chelsea did and how West Ham did and all that. And then I'm like, wait a minute, Leicester was up,
Yeah,
and now they're eliminated in penalty kicks by Liverpool. It was shameful to see that. How angry is Leicester going to be? Because I thought they were playing well.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
When I said we're running short on time, what made you think I'm going to tell an 8-minute story about me watching the EFL?
It's been a 3-minute diatribe here. Look, I'm watching this because I know who City is.
Get to the point.
I know who City is.
What up, Gary?
You were saying that it pisses you off because you don't know who Man United is. You don't know who Tottenham is. I don't know who Leicester City is.
I agree with you.
Because they are, I believe, if I was to pick one team to give this title to, Leicester City is the Jekyll and Hyde of the league. They lose to teams they have no business losing to. They compete well against teams that they should be losing to. I just don't understand this team. And this is just a game that, because of that, this is just a game that they can just, what happened to City? City was playing really well.
Yeah.
And suddenly they got beat by Leicester. We don't even know who they are.
So, Mark, all the shit talking aside, I agree with that wholeheartedly because Jamie Vardy yesterday could have had 4 or 5 goals. He just Keller, whatever the keeper's name is, made a couple of one-on-one saves where Jamie Vardy was in over the top. I think it's more of a testament to Leicester, less like, oh, look how bad Liverpool were. Liverpool were actually playing with their B squad. with a lot of people out. Like they brought Jota and Milner and people like that on to save the day.
Yeah, it just it boggled my mind.
But
I don't know who this
Leicester
team is.
looked very good, and the thing about City is, yes, they've been destroying people, and yes, they've been scoring a shit ton of goals, but they haven't gotten out of first gear. I don't know what's the. They haven't gotten out of their like first or second gear in any of these matches to actually play. So, if they come at Leicester that way, Leicester will take advantage because Tielemans is back. He was playing very well. Madison had a cracker from outside of the box. Vardy's hungry. He has a little tag on his name right now. But Daka came in, and Daka was playing very well.
I'm kind of curious. Is this the season where Vardy starts showing his age?
I thought so, but seeing him yesterday, no.
Like there are goals that he's missing that he normally wouldn't.
Seeing him yesterday, there were a couple times yesterday where I saw him beat a man and run in on goal, and I was like, "Who is that?" And then like they zoom in, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's Vardy." That didn't look like him. He looked back to Vardy, and so I don't know what it is. It could be that they've been leaking goals so much that he doesn't. They end up defending more, and
Schmeichel
he's
is not having a good
like
season.
A Kane sort of thing.
Guess what? The last half of last season, Schmeichel wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the one that the bloom is falling off the rose.
Yeah.
I really like what you guys are saying, but here's the deal. So on the 31st of October this year, Man City lost its first game. Man City lost the last game against Palace and went in on a run where they haven't lost at all. And on the 31st of October, Leicester City lost that game to Arsenal and went on a shambolic run so far, winning two games and then drawing and losing all sorts of games. Like you wouldn't understand what's happening, leaking goals, 3 goals, 4 goals, 2 goals. Here's the deal. Guardiola is benching players, not because of COVID, not because of injuries, but because they're like doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing.
For fun, Najee. Just say it. For fucking fun.
Did you notice how Najee said, I kind of like what you guys are saying, but here's the deal.
But here's the truth.
Here, let me school you kids.
Let me just take what you guys were saying and say something.
And flush it down the toilet.
I like what you're saying, but we're going to start from scratch.
So I don't see, and because we are against the clock, I don't see Leicester City have any chance of beating Man City. They might score a goal because, as Chelsea defense is the strongest defense in the league, but they might, have a hiccup here and there. Vardy might score a goal, but they're going to score 3 goals. Man City is going to win 3-1.
So Najee, we are not saying that Leicester City is going to come out here and beat Man City. I don't know if that's what you were saying. What I was saying is Man City they've gotten into this groove that has become a typical thing for the past few years, at least, where they start winning games and it's kind of boring. It's why they can't sell out their stadium because it just becomes a little like, okay, and now what? And now what? And now what? Okay. 4 goals. And if they come into this and score 2 goals right away, it could be like
that's disrespectful.
That might get, if they come in and score 2 goals right away, like they may let Leicester back. I don't know. If good Leicester shows up, it's going to be a game.
And
if other Leicester shows up, it will be 6-0.
There are 5 games all being televised at the same time. This is the one that I'm going to choose to watch at 10 a.m. on Sunday. And I don't want it to be after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to see the Leicester that I enjoy watching. they can be such a joy to watch and give these top 6 teams a match. You know, you never know what Vardy's going to do. Madison it can be amazing. Barnes, if he gets a sniff out, we haven't seen much. Tielemans is healthy. He can fucking score from anywhere in the front half. He's got a leg on him.
It could be a game,
but it could also be a shit show. You know.
Well, let's get our picks in, guys, because we do have to go and we do have to take a little bit of a break to warm up before Festivus begins. So, guys, once again, if you have any grievances from this Premier League season or in life in general, please do call in and you will get to air your grievances. We're going to air our grievances. John is going to air his grievances. Yes, you are. Shake your head. So, Mark, what is your score prediction here?
I'm going to give Leicester the benefit of doubt, 2-2.
2-2.
Draw.
Wow. Najee, what did you say?
3-1 City.
3-1 City. Yeah. What did you say? What did you
really,
say?
Bobby?
2-2.
Is that
It's
true?
2-2.
2-2. I'm going to go 4-1.
Mr. Director,
4-1
can we
City.
throw? It says Pep's mom died of COVID.
Recently.
Is that recent? We lose you, Bobby. Come on.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it happened.
That's very sad.
Wow.
Maybe
I don't know.
And yes,
I hadn't heard that.
Foden and Grealish are on the they're on the shit bus right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go 4-1 Manchester City. I think maybe it starts close, or maybe even Leicester get the first goal, and that's going to put City in their place a little bit to go, oh, fuck, maybe we should play. And then they take it on, and they score some goals.
Last year.
Last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that then.
Yeah. Anyway, so guys, that's going to be it. The audience choice is Leeds United, and Leeds United got a win this weekend.
We had a vote, an audience vote.
We did?
For the by a
John,
whopping,
let us know what that vote was.
By a whopping score of 1-2, nobody else. It's Brighton against Brentford.
Brighton against Brentford.
Oh my God,
I'm going to call that a 1-1 draw.
No.
That is just going to be
Brighton is winning this game. Mr. 55% is back in the house. I want all the fans, all the Stoop crew members to listen here. It's going to be a 2-1 win for Brighton. Mopé in the 95th minute.
Of course that would happen.
I'm going for a nil and a nil.
Yeah.
And why would I watch that?
Who are you, Andy Robertson? You're going to get a red card soon. Don't do that.
Ivan Tooney is back.
Ivan Tooney.
You know, I that's fantastic. But Brentford's fortunes rest on Raya. Ever since Raya went out, they've been struggling. That's their star.
I still don't believe that. I'll have to look at some statistics.
The proof is in
what I don't find them as keeper mistakes.
Look at
they're not keeper mistakes.
Okay, so
though.
fine. Look at Brentford's record.
That's what I'm saying. I know that. I know that. But you could also say, oh, they were eating Fruity Pebbles before they started losing, and they switched to Cocoa Pebbles.
Trash.
But there's no actual proof. Like, it's not been every single match.
Hey, we got a minute, 10 seconds.
All right, guys. That's it for the weekend watch list today. Thank you so much, Najee, for joining us, and everybody in the Stoop crew, everybody in the comment section. Mark, thank you for freezing your ass off. John, we've got some eggnog, we've got some whiskey, we've got some Budweisers. Get your ass over to the Stoop and let's air some grievances.
Half an hour for the airing of the grievances. And if you can't make it, Merry Christmas.
And if you can't make it, share the link with somebody else who you've been mad at and say, if I could make it to this show, I would be talking about you. That's what you got.
A lot of issues with you people.
Well, I got a lot of issues with you people.
Love y'all. Peace.
Love you guys. See y'all in half an hour.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Hey, I'm not licensed.